Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we are doing another graphic novel unboxing video. Now, I seem to have had quite a few graphic novels so far this year, no doubt due to several reasons, one of which is the fact that S.H.I.E.L.D keep doing special deals on their graphic novels. Yeah. So, two of these are from S.H.I.E.L.D, two of these are from elsewhere. Now, I don't want the video to run on too long, and if you watch my other videos you may well know that sometimes I do have a tendency to waffle on a little bit. So I think what we do is we're going to open half of these now, and we'll open the other half separately, and we'll do that as a separate video. So let's get rid of half of these to start with. Okay, so here we go. We're going to open this one up to start with, which has got a bit battered. Hopefully everything in there is okay with that. And what have we got in here? Is that... Oh, come on out. Okay, so these are two graphic novels of two series from 2000 AD. Let me just move that over a bit. Now, if you're not familiar with 2000 AD, this is British comic which features the character Judge Dredd, who you may be familiar with because he's been in two movies, one starring Sylvester Stallone and one starring Carl Urban. The Sylvester Stallone one was a bit cheesy, the Carl Urban one was fantastic. So what have we got? We've got Grey Area, This Island Earth, and we have got Brink, Book 1, and I believe they are both written, they're both written by Dan Abnett, who has written stuff for DC. He's written Titans, and some other stuff as well. He's written loads of stuff for Marvel. He's written, I think he wrote Aquaman for DC Comics as well. Marvel, he's written, what's he written for Marvel? He did a long run on Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's written Punisher and loads of other stuff. He's also written loads of stuff for 2000 AD. So, what are the two we've got? Well, Grey Area, This Island Earth. This is the first volume, and this is about basically a group of people that work in the immigration zone. However, in this case, the immigration zone is the alien immigration zone. I think it's called the Exo Zone. There's a little write-up on the back, so let's have a little read-up of that. North America 2045. The Global Exo Segregation Zone, aka the Grey Area, is a huge holding area in Arizona housing all manner of aliens hoping to visit Earth. A melting pot for alien disputes, crime and interspecies misunderstandings. The only thing standing in the way of chaos is the Exo Transfer Control Squads, heavily armed immigration cops that keep the peace and make sure everyone has their papers in order. From contemptuous extraterrestrial ambassadors with diplomatic immunity to xenophobic extremists and alien freeloaders disguised as luggage, new recruit Jana Birdie discovers that life in the ETC might be the most interesting job on Earth and the most dangerous. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what it is. It's an alien immigration zone. This is from a time when Earth has had first contact with multiple alien species, and a lot of them want to come to visit Earth. Some of them are ambassadors, some are tourists, some are conmen. They all come for various reasons, and they're all stuck in this immigration area until they get cleared. And of course, being this multitude of alien races, some of them want to fight each other, some of them want to beat up each other, some of them want to eat each other. And you've basically got the police force for the immigration zone who are stuck with the job of sorting it all out. So that's Grey Area. And then the second one we've got is Brink, Book 1. And again, we've got a little write-up on the back. So let's have a quick read of that. In the late 21st century, the remains of the human race are crammed into the habitats. Vast artificial space stations. Hotbeds for crime and madness, policed by private security firms. when a routine drug bust goes wrong, no-nonsense investigator Bridget Curtis finds herself in a life-or-death struggle with a new sect of cultists. But evidence begins to point to something far more sinister going on behind the scenes. So that's Brink, and as it says, this is set in a time where humanity has had to leave Earth because Earth is just basically a barren wasteland. Everyone lives in these huge floating cities called habitats, built and controlled by different corporations and policed by something called the HSD, I believe is the Habitat Security Division. And the focus is on one member of the HSD, this character here, Bridget Curtis, and in this is volume 1, or at least the first part of it, and I believe they're up to about volume 4 in the comic. And this is our intro to the world of Brink, and this sees Bridget investigating a particular crime which may very well be linked in with this weird kind of future semi-religious cult. So both of these, when I read them originally in the comic, they were both things I thought, oh, that's going to be okay. And as I read them, I both absolutely loved the pair of them. And took me by surprise, both of them did. Now, price-wise, you can get them both on the official 2000 AD website. Grey Area is $16.99 or $19.99. And Brink is $12.99 or $17.99. So it's about £30, should be, for the pair of them. Now I managed to get them from an Amazon seller. This is not Amazon themselves, this is a little Amazon marketplace seller, a little shop that's also got a little division on Amazon. And I got the pair of them, I believe it was for $12.50. So about 60% off. So obviously if you're looking to pick up these or anything similar, have a look round on Amazon, see what price you can get them for. So those are the first two, Grey Area and Brink, both from 2000 AD. So let's put those to the side. Let's get my knife and let's open up the box from Zavvi. Now, as I said, Zavvi are continually doing offers on graphic novels, and they keep changing them. They seem to change the offer every couple of weeks. And when this particular offer was going, or when I got this particular order, the offer was 3 graphic novels for £12. So £4 each. So, don't want that. Don't want that. Alien Intestines. And let's have a look at what we've got. Let's get rid of the box. So we have got Amazing Spider-Man, the Gauntlet Lizard. We have got Thunderbolts Widowmaker. And we have got Secret Avengers Mission to Mars. So, what are these? Does it say on the back? No, it's just some waffle on it. Okay, there is a little bit on the back, little description, so let's read that out to start with. Steve Rogers has a secret. The former Captain America has assembled a special ops team to counter the world's deadliest threats. Who are the Secret Avengers? Spy intrigue meets superhero action as Steve Rogers, super soldier, and a lineup sure to shock and surprise take a case that crosses dimensions and lands on Martian soil, and somehow involves none other than Nick Fury. So Secret Avengers first came out, I think, about 10 years ago, and this is essentially Steve Rogers, who at this point is not Captain America. He's known as Commander Steve Rogers. I believe he's working for S.H.I.E.L.D. Or he may not be. But he assembles a covert team of Avengers to take on certain missions. Now, the members we start out with, we can see here on the cover. We've got War Machine up here. We've got Beast. Now, you may be thinking Beast, oh, hold on, he's one of the X-Men. He's not an Avenger. He is an X-Men. He is also a long-time member of the Avengers. We have got Black Widow down here. We have got Moon Knight down here, who you may be less familiar with, who is possibly getting a TV series. we've got Nova over here, and we've got Valkyrie up here. And again, if you've seen the movies but not read the comic, you may be thinking that looks nothing like Valkyrie. That's because the Valkyrie in the films is nothing like the Valkyrie in the comics. So not really, one in the films, not really Valkyrie, really. That's who we've got on the cover. Now I'm sure we've actually got other members on the team. I'm sure there's at least one other one, because I seem to remember Ant-Man being on the team. And I think that's Eric O'Grady, who's Ant-Man number 3. I'm not sure if anyone else is on there. I'm sure... Actually, I think you've also got Sharon Carter is part of the team, who here is called Agent 13. So yeah, this is basically Steve Rogers putting together a team of Avengers to take out covert operations, and this is Volume 1, which, as it says, Mission to Mars. They end up on Mars, and there is a possibility that Nick Fury may or may not be involved. So that was Secret Avengers Volume 1. Absolutely loved that when I read it. And second up, we have got Thunderbolts Widowmaker. Now, Thunderbolts, and have we got anything on the back? We do have a little description. Now, Thunderbolts, if you do not know, gosh, I think they were first out 20 years ago, 97, 98. And so you had characters like Citizen V and Atlas, Techno, Mach 1, Songbird, what was the other one? Meteorite or Meteor, I think. And the first volume, excellent story, excellent stuff. Now this particular one, let's have a read of the description on the back. Norman Osborn's violent purges have rid his Black Ops squad of all but the most heartless mercenaries. But Songbird, once thought to be among the casualties, has returned for revenge. Taking on a team of the world's most vile supervillains single-handedly is more than most heroes can manage, especially when those killers are funded by the government. And although Songbird's former teammates were no angels, this new group is comprised of the most violent sociopaths in the world, each handpicked by Osborn and led by the deadly Yelena Belova, the other Black Widow. Does Songbird have a fighting chance against such impossible odds? It doesn't seem likely. Not until one of the assassins reveals their shocking true identity and threatens to topple the entire Osborn regime. So there we go, that is Thunderbolts Widowmaker. Like I say, this particular storyline I don't think I've read, but all the various versions of Thunderbolts I have read, I have really enjoyed. So, Thunderbolts Widowmaker. And third and final one we have got is Amazing Spider-Man The Gauntlet Lizard. Now, the Gauntlet was the title given to a series of stories in Amazing Spider-Man in which he ended up having to go through a whole series of fighting a bunch of his classic villains. So obviously in this one, this is Lizard. So this has got the Lizard in it, and he also ends up having to fight Juggernaut and Vulture, Mysterio, I think Electro's in there. And they're all separate stories. It's not like one big story called The Gauntlet, but The Gauntlet is the overreaching title kind of linking these separate stories together. There are, I believe, 5 volumes. This, I think, is volume 5. I've got one of the other ones, which I think is the one with Morbius the Vampire in. But I believe they are going to be released, or may possibly have released the first one already. They are going to be released in 2 bigger volumes that collect all 5 of the smaller volumes into 2 bigger volumes. First one may be out already. Second one may possibly be out, or may be out sometime this year. Not sure. But Spider-Man The Gauntlet Lizard. So again, let's have a little read of the description on the back to give us an idea of the story. For years, the Lizard has struggled to be free of Dr. Kurt Connors, the human fighting to contain the reptile inside. Now, The time has come to shed. Spider-Man must survive the second coming of one of his oldest foes as the gauntlet culminates, setting the stage for the Kravenov's grim hunt. And this collects Amazing Spider-Man 630 to 633, which is and also S.H.I.E.L.D. Prelude from Amazing Spider-Man 629. And it also has material from Web of Spider-Man number 6. This is written by Zeb Wells. So that's my third one from Zavvi. Now, as I say, Zavvi, they're always doing, special offers on graphic novels. These ones were 3 for £12, so £4 each. I'm pretty sure by now they've changed it and it's now a completely different offer. I will put a link to Zavvi in the description, and you are quite welcome to go and check it out for yourself. So that's the first part of our latest graphic novel unboxing. Second part to follow in a separate video. Until then, remember, hit the thumbs up below, hit the notification bell, and if you don't want to miss out on whatever else I get up to, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one.